We're glad you decided to be part of our team. We're very proud of a lot of our accomplishments here. Some of those are, we're the world leader in tire recycling. We're financially very successful. But those are not our most proud accomplishments. Our most proud accomplishment is this. We took an industry that 15 years ago safety was an afterthought, and now we're a world leader in safety. We owe it to you, and you owe it to us to go home every day the way you came to work. You're going to come in, you're going to see opportunities, you're going to see challenges, and you're going to have new ideas. I would ask you to share those with your colleagues, your fellow workers, and your supervisors. Our team's put together a very good video. I'd ask you to watch the following video very seriously. This is a good organization, it's a good team, and we're only as strong as our people. Thanks again for joining us, and look forward to a great career at Liberty.
Liberty Tire Recycling is the premier provider of tire recycling services in the United States and Canada. By reclaiming more than 40% of the nation's discarded tires, Liberty Tire annually transforms more than 120 million tires into raw materials for smart, sustainable products that help protect the environment and improve everyday living. Liberty Tire Recycling considers safety to be a core value of our organization. We have an unwavering commitment to safety, your safety, the safety of your coworkers, and the communities we serve. It's a commitment we take seriously, and we expect you to do the same. That's what this new hire video program is all about. To help ensure a safe, healthy, productive, and efficient working environment, Liberty Tire Recycling is committed to a drug-free workforce. Compliance with this policy, including consent to drug tests and searches, is a condition of employment with the company. Violation of this policy may be grounds for dismissal. Due to the nature of our business, smoking, to include e-cigarettes, is prohibited in many areas of the facility. Smoking is only permitted in designated locations which are appropriately marked and monitored. Sand pots or other approved containers are provided for disposal of cigarette butts. At no time should cigarette butts be thrown on the ground, as this could cause a fire or other dangerous situation. We have a zero-tolerance policy for unsafe acts, misbehavior, intoxication, firearms, and/or horseplay. Any of these unsafe behaviors, including reaching into moving conveyors for any reason and/or failure to utilize proper lockout/tagout protocols, can result in disciplinary action up to and including termination of your employment. Safety is truly a team effort, and it takes everyone's cooperation and participation. The best safety programs and training do nothing if they aren't put to work by you. You are the eyes and ears of our safety program. If you hear of or notice anything that may be unsafe, please stop what you're doing and immediately notify your supervisor and/or complete a safety suggestion form. That way, action can be taken to correct the hazard before an accident or injury occurs. The first step in achieving a strong safety environment is reporting for work, on time, rested, alert, and ready to give your full attention to the job. If you're sick or haven't had enough sleep, you may be putting yourself and others at risk. Be certain you are properly dressed and have the correct personal protection equipment. Standard clothing attire consists of long pants, above the ankle steel or composite toed boots with puncture-resistant soles or inserts, head protection, either bump cap or hard hat, and safety glasses with side shields. A reflective vest is also required. Additional PPE such as hearing protection, metatarsal boots, and/or dust masks may be needed depending on the specific tasks. It's important to prepare your body for physically demanding tasks by briefly warming up. Stretch prior to starting your shift and after breaks. You should also stop periodically throughout the day and re-stretch to reduce your risk of a strain or other discomfort. Report minor reoccurring aches and pains to your supervisor. This way, we can plan a course of action before it could potentially get worse. How you move and position your body throughout your day can have a major impact on how you feel. The first rule? Use lifting devices whenever available, including trailer tippers, mobile equipment, telescoping conveyors, and/or tire dollies to avoid heavy lifting whenever possible. Use a two-person lift for tires weighing more than 50 pounds. These would include large truck tires, tires with rims, and/or tires containing debris. Use good lifting mechanics when manually handling tires. This means square your feet to ensure your toes, hips, and chest face the tire when lifting. Keep your body in line. Don't twist at your back to throw tires from point to point. Instead, lift the tire, pivot your feet, and set the tire down. Whenever possible, roll the tire to the truck to minimize carrying. If the tire is below knee height, first stand the tire on end, reposition your feet, and then lift safely. Don't repeatedly bend at your back with your legs straight. Doing so puts stress and strain on your back, neck, and shoulders. Don't pull on tires that are stuck, and don't overreach to retrieve a tire. Take the few extra seconds to do it correctly, and you may prevent an injury. If mechanical means are not available or practical, position the tire perpendicular, position your feet at shoulder width. With your hands grasping the inside rim of the tire firmly. Tighten your stomach muscles and lift with your legs while keeping the tire close to your body and set the distant edge onto the truck bed. Preferably, pass the tire off to the loading employee. If this is not possible, press or roll the tire into the truck. Look, we know you'll be busy, but it's important to work at a controlled pace and take short rest breaks when practical. You are most susceptible to injury when your body is fatigued. Unloading requires many of the same techniques to remain safe. Remember, use mechanical lifting devices whenever you can, wherever you can. Use good lifting mechanics when manually handling tires. When the tires are stacked high, do not stand on the tires to reach the top of the stack. Instead, use a tool, such as a pole with hook on the end, or a rope sling with hook on the end, or an approved tire lacing table. Attach the hook to the tire near or at the top of the stack, stand back, and pull toward you so that the tires will fall to the trailer floor without striking you. Whenever possible, roll the tire or bounce the tire to the conveyor to minimize carrying. But be very careful not to roll tires into your coworkers. Your job is physically demanding, so remember to drink plenty of water regardless of the outside temperature. You should drink water at least every 30 minutes. A variety of equipment is used to transport product within your facility. Front-end loaders, skid steers, forklifts, and yard mules. Keep a safe distance from this equipment at all times. Remember, just because you can see the person operating the equipment doesn't mean they can see you. Give equipment the right of way and use hand signals to communicate with operators, as the equipment can be noisy and may make vocal communication impossible. If you are operating the equipment, go slowly and keep your eyes open for potential hazards. Music earbuds are forbidden. Do not use your cell phone while in motion. There are no small accidents with this type of equipment. We know you have a schedule to maintain, but is injuring someone while getting the job done worth it? A fire in our type of business can be devastating. Every possible safeguard must be taken to prevent a fire from occurring. Liberty Tire has invested in the latest technology to prevent, detect, and suppress potential fire hazards. But you are the first step. Understanding this risk is critical. Know where the fire extinguishers are located throughout the plant. If a fire breaks out, Report the fire to the manager on duty immediately. Only trained employees may use a fire extinguisher to put out a small fire. Use an extinguisher only if there is no immediate danger to your safety. We have 3 basic methods of fighting fires. F500, a product developed to extinguish rubber fires. Flamex, a fire detection and suppression system installed on various equipment throughout the facility. And ABC fire extinguishers that are designed to be used for general fires. But the ultimate goal is to keep fires from starting in the first place. Good housekeeping is the first step. Keep an eye out for any substances gathering along the walls, equipment, or on the floor. Keep the facility clean. After use, return all cleaning supplies to their designated area. Report any worn and/or damaged cleaning equipment to your area supervisor. Never store boxes, pallets, trash, or anything else in aisles, walkways, or stairwells for any reason. Always keep exits clear. Keeping aisles and exits clear of obstructions and trash is an important way that you can help prevent trips and falls. Hot work permits are required anytime a specific task produces a flame, spark, or general heat. Examples include welding torches, grinding, or cutting. To obtain a hot work permit, see your supervisor for directions. Only after your work area has been inspected and you have obtained the completed hot work permit can the work begin. In case of fire or other emergency, your facility has an emergency response plan to include an employee evacuation point. You should become familiar with this plan before an emergency strikes. Know what to do and where to go. Knowing and following proper procedures could save your life. There are many different types of equipment in the plant that are extremely powerful and potentially dangerous. These include, but are not limited to, conveyors, shredders, and various other equipment. Never attempt to operate this equipment unless you've been trained and authorized to do so. These machines have guards designed to protect you from the moving parts of the machinery. Never attempt to remove, disable, or tie back any machine guard for any reason. You might think you're saving time, but is this worth it? Don't take chances. Never touch a conveyor for any reason unless it has been properly locked out. There are potential pinch points that must be respected and avoided to prevent hand and finger injuries. Conveyors may only be crossed at designated crossings. Crossing or going under conveyors at unauthorized locations is strictly prohibited. If you notice a missing or damaged guard, stop the equipment and notify your supervisor immediately. If you are operating machinery, be sure you know the location of the emergency stop button, e-stop. If a machine becomes blocked, jammed, or inoperable, do not attempt to clear the blockage or perform maintenance without first performing lockout-tagout. Lockout-tagout is a process that disables the power source of a machine to protect employees during service, maintenance, or repair. Any machine requiring maintenance, adjustment, or clearing of a blockage must first be locked and tagged out by a trained and authorized employee. Only the person who installed the lock and tag is permitted to remove these items. No exceptions. Never, under any circumstances, attempt to operate a machine that has been locked and tagged, or attempt to remove a lock or tag from a power source. Falls can also cause a serious injury, placing you out of work for an extended period of time, or maybe forever. If you need to reach something in an elevated location, use a ladder. Don't stand on tires, a shelf, a chair, or any other unsafe object. If you need a ladder, use a ladder. If a fall restraint device is provided for a particular situation or job task, it must be worn. There are various chemicals in use at Liberty Tire: oil, grease, antifreeze, to name a few. These chemicals are potentially hazardous, but but your risk can be eliminated. How? Simple. First, read the label. The label will tell you what hazards exist, what PPE to wear, and how to dispose of it when you're done. If you want more detailed information, you can consult the SDS or Safety Data Sheet for that particular substance. A safety data sheet will provide detailed information about the chemical, how to use it safely, first aid procedures, spill response, and other pertinent information. If you don't know where the SDSs are located in your facility, find out. Remember, at Liberty Tire, our primary goal is safety. If you don't think it's safe, we don't want you to do it. Let's face it, there's more to life than tires. You have family, friends, hobbies, and a life outside of work. Just one injury can put all of that in jeopardy. We want you to go home every day in the same condition you arrived in, safe and healthy. Together, we can make it happen.